Most of the time, we have seen that we have a lot of expectations about our children, and we always expect them to live the dreams which we have not been able to live. And that is why we can see that most of the time our child really chases the dream or the ambitions which we have not been able to live. As a result, more and more children are getting victim of early depression, and sometimes they end up ruining their career. Why we do not understand that, and maybe when we identify that, it's too late. We have to understand that mental wellness is equally important for a child, and a child mental wellness is hardly getting any priority in today's time. We all think that we are a good parent, and we are always thinking that we have provided them the best of the facilities and the means and amenities for good lifestyle, and we have done all, but it's not always like that. And that's why it is very important as a parent, we have to prioritize our child's wellness, especially mental wellness. In this video today, I'm going to discuss about child mental wellness. Often it has been seen that a child may look very healthy from outside, a child may look very normal, but sometimes we are really neglecting the mental wellness. So what exactly we can do to understand that whether our children are really having the well-being or not? You may not be a parent, but you may be a part of the family where you have some small children or some growing up child. What exactly you can do to really help them to get their mental wellness? Sometimes we forget that we ourselves are the role model for those children around us. We talk about wellness, but we don't practice the same in our life. Think of the moment when you are back to your home, just with the days of anxiety and your office pressure, your boss has shouted on you, or you basically are not happy with your work, and you may have shared the same with your spouse, with your partner, and your child was just listening to you. Or sometimes you may not have said anything, but the child was really feeling that the dad or the mom is not same as every day. Today there is some difference in your mood, and you may have felt a little dejected. Have you ever thought what exactly is the repercussion on your child? Probably you didn't notice that, or even if you have noticed, you have ignored it, thinking that it will just change if you take them for an outing, or you buy them a gift, or if you spend a lovely weekend with them. Remember, a child's mind is just like a river. It leaves the trail behind, and that's why we have seen that if you do not give a proper ambience, a proper environment for them, that really hurts their future. If you do not prioritize the child wellness, you are really making a big mistake. We all want to invest for our secure future, for a happy future. Let me tell you, the biggest investment for us in the modern time is our children. If we really can invest on their child and their mental wellness, we can ensure we have a productive future. And if you really mark my words today, you will understand a child's mental wellness is really going to be very crucial for their well-being, for their success tomorrow. We all really expect that every individual should be a productive individual, let it be the school, the various college, university, and next time when they go to their future career life. So everywhere people talk about productivity, but we don't understand that this productivity comes when we really prioritize wellness. Wellness is not only just the physical well-being, but it's also the mental well-being. And the mental well-being only can come when we really understand that what exactly we can do to really nurture the mental wellness in a child. Back in 1920s, when exactly a Swiss psychologist named Dr. Jean Cadet, he was given a task to translate an intelligence test for the children from English to French. He noticed a remarkable thing, that a child's cognitive process is not same as an adult, or in other ways, their thought process is not same as an adult. And he was the first gentleman who identified the topic of cognitive skill among the child, and he presented his paper in 1936. He described that cognitive skill is really important for developing the emotional intelligence in children, and it is important that they can really develop their wellness in a gradual manner. And there are 4 stages of this cognitive skills which he has described in his thesis. But today I'm going to tell you more on that what exactly we can do to help them to foster their cognitive skill and to ensure that as a parent or as an individual or a part of the society, we are doing enough for the development of our child wellness. We often think that if we really have spoken very nicely to a child, or we have basically tried to understand them, that is enough. But sometimes your child wants you to think like them. They want you to be their friend and not just as a parent or a caregiver. Most of the time, we become too much of an advocate for the children, or we just like to prevent them from doing some things which they are really loving. You might see that your child is ending up getting into a mud or really playing outside, and you are shouting on your child and you are trying to tell them not to do that. But sometimes, be a small child and be your child's friend and try to enjoy the rain, or you go out sometime in the ground and see that what exactly is the joy. You have to really befriend your kid, and you have to understand that what exactly their mind is really asking, because that is the time, the formative time when exactly a child wants to reciprocate the feelings. You need to keep the communication open to understand their feelings, and at the same time become a support system for them. If you really can become a support system for them, that is the time when you can really validate their thoughts. You can really support them, encourage them. You can enthuse them new ideas. They will really be motivated for bringing new innovations in their life. And that is when you will be really happy to see that your child is really doing something very creative and unique. Every child is unique in its own way. So we have to stop comparing our child with others. Most of the time I have seen that parents always try to compare the child with each other, or sometimes with their peers' children. They end up giving comparisons. Oh, you see, that girl or that boy is doing well in exam. Why don't you do that? Why your grades are low? Why your result is bad? That is the biggest mistake. So as a parent, you should stop comparing your child with others, because every child, as I said, is unique and has his or her own capacity and ability. If you really can give that independence and respect that child's creativity, you are really helping the child to have the mental wellness. So first thing is, don't compare your child with others. So the next thing what I would tell you is that when you exactly see your child is really sometimes following you, you often forget that what exactly is the right example you should set in front of them. So it is very important that you should always try to develop the relationship with your friends and family members. Set good examples to them that how to really respect the elders, how to really take care of people who are in need. And when you can set some good relationship in front of them, they will understand the meaning of relationship, and that is how they grow up tomorrow as a responsible and good individual. This is the time when they really understand the value of relationship. It has been seen in the modern times when we are living a nuclear family and we hardly have people around us. We have our uncle, our aunts, or we have our cousins. We really have lost the value of togetherness. We often talk about togetherness, but this is just theoretical. But in olden times, when people are living in joint families, they have a strong bonding and they understand the importance of oneness, being together in family. So you have to really take time to become close to your family members. You have to catch up with your family. If you're still in a nuclear family, no worries, you can still manage to go at weekends, and sometime when your vacation is there, you can at least go back to your home and you can share them the values of your family. It is important for your children to know that how important is the role of a family to really make them successful in their life. If we really don't value our roots, we really cannot tomorrow expect that those children will bear the fruit of success. So this is the second thing, as I said, to build relationship and value relationship. The third thing which I would tell you is you have to always understand that the children really love to enjoy and they always love those fun things. So whenever you get time, try to play with them, become a small child and enjoy those nice moments, because these are the moments which you'll always love to treasure in your life as a parent or as an adult, because these are the most innocent times when exactly they don't have anything in their mind, they don't have any interest or any reasoning. You always can open yourself, and that will not only help you to enjoy, but it will also help you to unwind yourself. That will also help you to release your stress, because we get so much surrounded with some ambitions and targets that sometimes we forget to really love and to cheer with our heart. So it's time for you to distress yourself along with the child. And the fourth thing, which is very important, which I'm going to tell you right now, is that whenever you get time, tell the children about the importance of being realistic in life. Most of the time, we have seen that these children are growing up in a fantasy world, or they are always trying to imitate the superheroes or certain characters which are fictitious. But you have to at the same time make them feel that life is also practical. Often we as a parent think that we will really not reveal the hardships of life or will not tell them the reality of life. But that is also a mistake, because we have seen that today the life is very much competitive. There is everywhere cutthroat competition. Even they go in school, they go outside among the society, or they go anywhere, they have to face the competition. So sooner or later, your child is going to face the competition. So it is always good that if you can really slowly make them acquainted with the competition, and you also tell them that it is important not to really always get flown with target. It is important to become assertive. So by exposing them to the competition, it doesn't mean that you have to tell them that you have to be the first. Of course, you have to teach them that they can be the first one or they can be the second one. But what is important is that accept what they can. And there's nothing wrong even if you have really failed in any competition, because it's important to only participate. Teach them the importance of participation. Teach them that it is important to just try and make an effort, and it is really okay if they have not even performed well in any competition. And only when you become so much assertive and let them feel that you are okay with even not they are performing well, you are still with them, and as a support system, as a friend, you respect their capacity, you will see that your child will find the purpose to do well in life. If you really do this few things which I've shared you in this video, I'm sure you can really help a little more for your child's wellness, and gradually you will see that your child is really loving your company and you will spend some quality time with your child. I'm sure in this short video I have just tried to cover a little bit about this mental wellness among the children, which is really a vast topic in itself. I would love to come back with such more interesting and informative videos on child wellness, mental wellness, and I'm sure if you really have your comments and suggestions, please go and share your ideas, and maybe you can demand me for such videos or maybe other different topics on mental wellness. I would really try to come back with such interesting, positive and informative video for you. And still, if you have not subscribed my channel, I really urge you to go and like this channel, subscribe my channel and click on the bell button so that you stay every time notified with such interesting and important videos. So have a wonderful time, take care, stay peaceful and stay positive.